but they're supposed to be really good. Fish on! You just sliced me. I didn't mean to give you the finger. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Are you kidding me? Come on.
You ready to go fishing?
I was like, what was that? I thought you were like pouring beer on my feet.
Thought I was peeing on your leg?
Something weird. That was weird. It's cold now. Great. Good thing I wasn't wearing my closed-toed shoes. Then I'd be really mad. All right, let's hook up the truck. What?
Blowing.
So windy. So windy today, guys, but we are gonna try to make it happen in this crazy wind. I know that the wind is actually good for fishing in a lot of ways because the fish get crazy, but I'm gonna try to go ahead and catch some bait this morning. We just rolled up on a spot, didn't have the net ready, and I had like so many opportunities to throw on bait, and of course I've all spooked them now, but I'm gonna try to get on some bait and then we're gonna start fishing.
And if you're new to the channel, my name is Brian. I'm Darcy's boyfriend, and we quit our jobs like 2 years ago so that we could fish, follow our dreams, and hopefully inspire some of you guys to follow your dreams too, no matter what they are. And so we're out here checking crab traps today also, and we're just gonna have a grand old time and to see what happens. And I just want to mention one other thing: is this video is sponsored by Soft Science Shoes. They support lady anglers. Those are shoes Darcy and I always wear. Oh, she just threw the net. Hopefully we'll get some fish. And we also want to show you our new parapoles we're so excited about. They got us anchored right here in a perfect spot in this little lee from the wind. Sizzle, you catch any bait?
Yeah, I failed miserably. They saw me long before I even threw. So, but I'm gonna sit back down, get my net ready, wait for them to pass through again, try one more time. Ready to start trolling. Good old trolling. It's just way too windy today to go to do different new stuff. We want to do that on like a nicer day where we don't have to worry about these crazy wind conditions. So we're gonna go ahead and troll and wait for the tide to slowly start moving on the current, and then I think we'll start fishing with the shrimps and jigs. Check it out, guys! If I can grab them. Sorry, we missed a bite on this one. It kind of happened really quick, and the camera wasn't in the area where it was supposed to be, and all that good stuff. But that's fishing. But guys, check it out! First fish of the day, beautiful sheepshead that was just caught on the jig with the shrimp, and you can still see that shrimp is still sitting in his mouth over there. That is a decent sized sheepshead too, and really pretty, and they're really delicious to eat. I know a lot of you guys on the west coast of Florida like to use them as bait, but they're really good too. So that's a solid fish to start the day. All right, check it out. Second fish for me, kind of in the same area where we just caught that first sheepshead, is this pufferfish, and I honestly don't know the correct species, the correct name for this guy, but they're supposed to be really good. I know our buddy Captain Pat loves to eat these guys, but if I had a whole bunch, I would say I'd do a catch and cook, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and release them.
No,
let's
throw them in the well in case we catch some more. We make some chicken tenders out of that thing.
Yeah, they call it like toady tempura or something. I don't know, toady, I don't know, but we can figure out how to do it and ask Pat or whatever. Let's see if I can just use my hooker here. And guys, once again, any of these products that I'm using in my videos, they're all in my Amazon store. You know, I'm not talking about like my calendars and fish hook bracelets that I sell, but like more like the fishing products. I have an Amazon store that you can check out. Link is in the description, and everything that I'm using will be there. I'm just gonna flip them in the boat. There we go. And this de-hooker is pretty sweet. It's gonna make your life a whole lot easier. So check it out if you're interested in any of the products that I like to use when I'm fishing. Fish on! We got a little snapper. All right. At least it's a fish. Bye. Fish on! Got something. And it's another snapper, but this one is not a mangrove. This is a lane snapper. That's a little mutton snapper, right? He's got the dot. Oops. I think it's a little mutton. Look, check him out. He's beautiful. Going home. I want to show you guys what I've got going on here as far as fishing the structure with the jig and shrimp, but I already cut off his tail. This is a live shrimp, so I'm going to take my mustad jig and I'm just going to run it into, what are you doing, Brian? And I'm just going to run it into the soft side of his belly and then run it up into the hard part of his shell there. And that way he's not going to come off, and I'm just going to slide him up on the jig so he stays up nice and tight like that. And then I'm just going to cast him out, and you can see that I have him tied on with the jig tied on with a loop knot. I really like to use the loop knot when I am jig fishing like this. And this is 30-pound fluorocarbon leader, and I have about a 5-foot leader. And then to connect it to my line here, I am using an FG knot, which I've started to tie a lot recently. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I doubled the braid so I could actually tie it correctly, because a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader to a 20-pound main line is not going to really hold that knot together. So I doubled the braid there so that way I could make a nice connection. So that way it's not going to get stuck in my guides. But that's how I'm fishing, and just casting it up along the current, along the structure where there is current. On, fish on. Ooh, he's pretty. Getting a little bigger. That's almost a keeper. I think they believe they have to be 10 inches long to keep. But that's a nice fish, nice mangrove. He's getting released. All right, you missed that one completely. That's where I got that snapper.
You just caught a fish on that.
I know, but there's fish on them, so we're just passing them up. Just saying. Ah, he flew in the boat. Going home.
What happened?
Trying to take a picture with that sheepshead. We put him in the live well, and they're not the best fish to hold alive when you're trying to take a picture. They flop all over the place, and his like gill plates are not like, there's not a good grip to hold them, and he just sliced me. I didn't mean to give you the finger. Darn
Okay,
fish.
you okay there?
Yeah, I'm choking on my spit. It's not that bad. It just looks bad.
Poor baby.
That's fishing. Alright, sorry for the wind, guys. We are like right down the pipe where the wind is going. But if you've been watching the videos, you know that we check our traps. And in our last crabbing video, this trap ended up getting destroyed, the little wood piece. So we are going to replace this piece on this trap right now. We figured out when we checked the trap the previous time that torpedo worms had gotten to the 2x4 or the 2x1 piece of wood that goes right here. And basically, if it ever becomes a ghost trap, which means like we lose it and we don't have a buoy on it any longer, this wood would decay over time, and then the crabs would be able to escape. So because it was broken, we didn't rebait it. So we came back, and now we got our piece of wood. So basically, it's just screwed in on both sides and the inside here. I already got one screw out, and I'm going to take the other screw out right now. Yeah, see all the holes? Worms.
All right, we're gonna replace it with this.
Yep. Ah, a little too big.
How big?
Ain't gonna fit.
All right, Puddin didn't cut this thing quite correctly, so we're doing a little home makeover. Got to shorten it up a little bit. Shorten it by about 1/2 inch, maybe a 3/8. Bubble blade pliers, good for cutting wood as well. It's getting there. It's perfect. Where's the screws, girlfriend? You guys see in there? There you go.
One more.
Where's the other screw, woman? This is what my father planned for me when he put me through law school.
So you can see here we've got bluefish and we've got cuda, which was on our last fishing trip. We caught both of these fish, and they're gonna be bait. So I'm just gonna cut each one in half, and each one is gonna go, well, each half is going to go into 4 traps. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut them in half. Bubble blade pliers, bubble blade knife. This is my favorite knife, the 7-inch tapered flex. Love this knife for filleting fish. I just gotta break the bone. There we go. Perfect driving, perfect videoing. And we dropped it perfectly first try. Now it's time to go check the rest of the traps. Got it. I gotta say, I do really love these power poles. Pretty sweet, just anchoring down and being able to pick up our trap in all this wind and crazy stuff. This is awesome. We got one, and a little fishy is in there. This guy got in there with absolutely no claws. Oh, and she's a female. You can see she's got a big sack down there, but no eggs in there. All right, and you can see like actually there's like little growth already starting where her claws were. So it's pretty cool. All these crabs grow their claws back. You're going home. This guy, don't think he's got a keeper claw. That was the fastest I ever did that. No, that is definitely not a keeper claw. And you can see his other claw is missing as well. So, okay, another female. You can see the big sack on the bottom too. So two female crabs. Let's get it rebaited and drop back in the water. I'm getting banged up today. Ugh, and I'm not catching that much crazy fish either. But that's what I get for wearing my actual flip-flops on the boat today. I should always be wearing my closed-toed shoes because that stops me from getting injuries. But guys, I also wanted to mention to you guys, check out my fish hook and anchor bracelets. I hand tie these. I haven't talked about them in quite a while, but I have adult and children's sizes available. Over like 3 dozen colors available. Camo, solid, neon, all that good stuff. And if you want to support this channel, the link is down in the description below to get your lucky fish hook bracelets and anchor bracelets and keychains.
And apparel. And calendars.
And calendars and 8x10s and stone crab necklaces and a whole bunch of great stuff. So I got the Darcizzle Offshore.
Are you done now?
Yeah.
Merchandising? I don't like to over-merch, man. Don't like to over-merch.
I didn't over-merch. Finally got warm enough out here with the weird wind today, southeast wind. It was a little chilly all day. And now that it's mid-afternoon, it's really nice now, finally. This is the weather I've been waiting for. Oh, he's angry. So powerful. Look at this guy moving. He is fighting me to no end. And this right claw is his crusher claw. You see how it's shaped a little different. And then this is his tearing claw. So he'll tear flesh with that and use the crusher to crush oysters and good stuff like that. So, but what a beast. That is a keeper. Clean break. Awesome. Gonna let him go. Now the season is only like 6 months of the year, so during that other 6 months that it's not open, their claws grow back. They actually molt, and I'm not sure how often they molt, but they molt quite a bit. And every time they molt, their actual body gets bigger and their claws start to grow. So this is probably an original claw on that particular crab. And if they have no claws, they become scavengers. And you guys, if you've been watching the videos, you have seen actual crabs in there with no claws getting inside the traps. So they can definitely, do everything they can do even without their claws. There we go. Clean break. That's gonna grow back. Awesome.
That's crazy.
Eyeball juice. Look, his stomach is hanging out and it's full of fish. This is going to attract some crazy stuff. I'm really curious to check it in a few days.
Can't fit all the bait in there.
I know, right? Success. Other than scraping myself on the hard corals or whatever. Awesome. All right, Darcizzle Nation. Hey, we got ourselves dinner. I can't complain about that, but we're not gonna go ahead and show you the cooked portion of this video or how I'm gonna fillet this fish. But if you wanna see me fillet it and maybe show you a little bit of our dinner with it, it's gonna be on Instagram. So make sure you follow me there. All of my social media links are down in the description below.
Don't forget
Facebook,
Twitter.
Instagram, Twitter, very important, Twitter and Instagram. So if you wanna see that, it's down below. But we had an epic day on the water.
Yeah, it was kind of like a work day for us, though, testing out the power poles, and we had to fix that trap and do a little bit of fishing. And we got a little late because we've been just, I don't know, we just got a little late. I don't know what else to say about that.
I guess you got to complain that on me with my alarm clock.
No big
but
deal.
Tomorrow is a different day. We're going to get out there again. This wind is still going to be a problem tomorrow, but it's not going to let us stop us fishing. So we're going to have another great day. Thank you guys so much for watching our videos. We appreciate you. It is now time for a delicious land shark lager because it is literally like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been out here all day.
All day. We're just gonna have a beer
So-
and head back in. It's beautiful. See how pretty out here?
It is gorgeous. The incoming tide, the water here literally looks like the Bahamas. So yeah, we are excited to get back out here real soon, and it was awesome using the power poles.
Yeah, I love
that
it.
was a huge help. So
And
okay,
thanks to
guys.
Soft Science Shoes.
Yes, of course. Thanks to Soft Science Shoes that I'm wearing. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it up and stop talking. So we'll be back with another adventure really soon. And until then, follow your dream and keep on catching. I got a fish. We're literally heading home, and I got a troll as I always do. So this is a little bonus clip, I guess. I got a nice fish. This is the new Rapala lure that I've been using lately, and it seems to work really good. Actually, I think a little better than a Yuzuri. But once again, that's in Amazon. Check it out.
It's a jack Barracuda.
We got a nice cuda. Ooh, that's a nice one. We might need the net, just so he doesn't cut my lure off. That's a solid cuda.
Where's the net? Gotta get the net.
Awesome.
I think my net's too small.
Maybe. That's a mess. But we got him. We got him. All right. Whoa, that's almost went out the boat. Crazy cuda. So we